What's the deal with the new Velo Stan Smiths? How do they stack up to the Velo Sambas? And what does some guy on the internet think about these? I'm Dustin Klein, Cadence Collection founder and former cycling product designer, here to give you my honest opinion on the new Adidas Stan Smith Velo. I am glad to see Adidas' continued commitment to cycling footwear. Respect. This shoe has some interesting design elements, but first let's talk about the use case. This category of footwear thrives in the city. I like to call it performance commuter. Permuter? Conformance? It's the perfect blend of style and function. You could ride cross town efficiently while at the same time not looking like a complete bike dork after you get to your destination. It's brilliant, and it took people a long time to figure out. The stylistic and cultural icons of this category are the bike messenger. Were you ever a bike messenger? Which brings me to the silhouette. The Stan Smith, iconic shoe, classic colorway, it makes sense. But most of the messengers I knew either ran Sambas, which they've got covered, or the Superstars. So both of those are very city-centric shoes. The Stan Smith just feels a little country club. Plus, this is very white. Have you ever ridden a bike? It's filthy. It's like one step cleaner than digging a trench. With that said, these are still cool. Full grain leather, same silhouette as the original. The tongue has just a little bit of padding, some elastic on either sides to keep it properly in the middle. Plus, this cool elastic lace saver is just a nice touch. It's helpful. And I suspect a vegan version of this coming down the line. It's exactly what they did with the Velosamba. A couple interesting notable details. The gold foil stamp on the tongue of Stan Smith riding a bike. That's a cool touch. If you're into the cycling footwear, feel free to subscribe. It's completely free and fits even better than this shoe. The thing that makes this and the Velosamba so special is the integrated nylon insole, which stiffens up the shoe, making it ideal for cycling. Plus, there's a knockout for 2-bolt cleat compatibility. It's awesome. Now the reinforced nylon insole has some texture and horizontal lines, which I'm assuming are to help cleat placement on the shoe, which is a nice touch. It doesn't hurt. It shows they care. Fit. I'm a US 11, and these come in for me true to size as a US 11. Something that's kind of interesting about these, you can absolutely run them with a cleat. They work great with clipless pedals. But if you don't have clipless pedals, you only do flat pedals or toe cages, you don't have to put cleats on these for these to be beneficial. That nylon outsole does a lot for helping you on the bike. And if you're gonna run a cleat on these, walking around is pretty good. You're not grinding that cleat on the ground like you do on more of a performance cycling shoe. They strike a good balance. And honestly, they're not even that heavy. With these and the Velosamba, there is a bit of a break-in period. They're a stiff shoe, which is what we want, but they get even better if you stick with it. You know, I think the Stan Smiths are just a little bit more comfortable. I personally like the look of the Velo Samba, although I'd have to say the comfort lies in the Velo Stan. I'm curious for you, which way do you go? Style or comfort when it comes to footwear? I've been wearing these for the last week, and ultimately, I'm impressed. On the bike, they're fantastic, and when you're walking around, they're a little weird at first to get used to, but you adjust and then they just feel normal. I mean, they are a cycling performance shoe, so if you're doing a lot of walking, maybe not the best. But if your life is a balance of the two, you'd be fine. Like if you worked at a bike shop, rode to work, worked at the bike shop all day and rode home, you could absolutely wear these all day.
Well, this is a cool detail I just realized. This middle section on the back of the shoe is reflective.
Ultimately, there's not much I would change about this shoe, which is great. I think I would prefer it to be a Superstar or come in black, whichever comes first. If you're curious about their gravel shoe, a more performance shoe, you should check out this video. But if you'd like to know that much more about the Velo Samba, I got you covered. That's right here. Yeah. Ultimately, I think the Velosamba is my pick just because I like the way it looks. That's just me.